Hello guys, this is Dr. Mariusz Bączak and tips for violin playing for all artists. And today I'd like to talk about etude number 8 of R Kreutzer. And this is a very special etude and actually did help me a lot in my quest for mastery of violin. And kind of the main goal, the main, let's say, symbol is never give up. Always keep going, keep practicing, keep discovering, keep playing. So this is etude number 8 that in E major, which is the tonation, the tonite is not so easy to play on the violin. We 4 sharps is a little bit questionable, especially D sharp. Usually it's not high enough. But this etude that I'm not playing in a way that is written, and I'm playing the way that an exercise that I have found in the books of Carl Flesch that did help me a lot in learning this kind of very flexible wrist and very wrist that kind of anticipates movements and gives this energy of the of the hand and kind of release the tension, because I think the wrist is really the key issue. How to have it in a way, in a position that really supports your playing. The first of all, you have to have this position of the wrist down, that is kind of falls down, and then from that you can manipulate from different kind of positions. So Carl Flesch, in his book on violin playing, he mentioned an exercise that I was actually very mesmerized when he mentioned that. But he's saying that when he listened to students of Leopold Auer in the 1930s, I think he must heard like Heifetz, Milstein, cymbalist, Elman, for example, just naming few. He was struck by the beauty of the sound and also by the flexibility of the wrist and how they were really, and especially the bow arm was just amazing. And he was saying that of course the grip, kind of a little bit deeper grip, but he was also saying how actually you can actually develop this wrist action. And he said that he invented an exercise, and I do own Carl Flesch a lot because of this exercise. Because Vladimir Lanzmann, my professor, he didn't tell me this, he didn't show me this exercise. I had to find out on my own, and that's also a key. Find your own exercises, from old masters, or do it yourself. I mean, invite your own exercises. So let's say this exercise, I think on this etude is actually quite good, because it does change a lot of this etude. Changes a lot of strings. So what's this exercise all about for the wrist, the Carl Flesch exercise? What he says is that you should play as close as possible to the frog. Lift this index finger a little bit up, so the weight of the bow will stay on this part of the hand, not on this one. And then you do kind of a tremolo, just using your wrist. He's saying 8 times, you name it, 6 times, 4 times, 3 times, depends. But I usually, when I'm the 8 times actually the most beneficial one. So what he says? He says that it has to be as fast as possible, as fast as possible. So the second time, only from the wrist. The hand should not move at all. So only the wrist. So everything should, you feel, the gravitation down. inertia you should do like by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, by 4, like big one at the beginning and then the small one in the middle. You know what this exercise does? It works on this movement that usually we don't do that many things with this movement, you know, like with the hand. So this movement is actually good to do it like you're doing with the, you know, with the wrist going up like this. You know, could be also like that, but more like bum 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 bum. So also around, of course. Because what happens when you practice like this, you know, for a longer period of time, then you change with the bow. Kind of you anticipate this because this is the movement, you know. This movement is so difficult because it's kind of one hand goes in one direction and it's already you're doing in another direction. So one hand, like the hand goes this direction and then already anticipates the change of the bow. So we can also do it by 4. By 3 is also very useful to do it by 3. Why by 3 is useful? Because by 3 you're doing the this impulse down and up. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you do also this inertia on pa 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 pa. Always remember about this inertia and about releasing the tension. So I'm not doing like this. I'm gonna be dead, you know, very soon. I mean dead. I mean, like you tense. But you know, you look for this relaxation. So here the intonation is quite difficult. So when you're practicing this, really pay attention to make this E. This is like a chord. You know, Stanisław Heiser was really making a lot of noise about this. Like you have a B, open string, and then. And the fifth actually doing also with your elbow. So it's an E major, right? E, G sharp, B. And B you actually find with open string. And A you find with open string. And F sharp you find from the B. Please do not find F sharp from the open string here. Because what happens when you tune it to open A string like this in the sixth, this when you play alone, it's way too low. that's one of the things about violin that the F sharp in let's say melodic alone, the diatonic way is different than when you're playing with double stops or even the chords also a different one. So when you tune it here, don't tune this. This is big no. And D sharp you find from the E. E and D sharp. A, we find with the open string here. So of course you can play also as it's written. And I guess it is more for the spiccato. Then you can also work on spiccato. So about spiccato, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. So thank you much for watching. Be well and safe, and practice till make it perfect. Bye bye, or almost perfect. Enjoy.